Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today I'm going to be checking out the Plunderlings. I am really excited to take a look at these guys. I've seen the images, I've seen the hype. These look like so much fun. So these started off as a Kickstarter. It's a brand new indie line introducing this new line of little characters known as the Plunderlings. They come in all sorts of different colors and they just look like so much fun. So let's dive right in and check them out, starting with the packaging because holy cow, these boxes are amazing. So as you can see, the boxes themselves look like the heads of the Plunderlings, with the mouths being the window showing the figures within. If you look at the top of the box there, you can look down at some of the additional accessories. You got the Plunderlings logo there on the top. And then rotating around to the back, we even have some cool images of the characters within, as well as their names. So today I've got the Cursed Idol Plunderling and the Feral Zombone Plunderling. Just amazing packaging here. And one thing I want to talk about, you'll notice that this one right here, I've got these fun little ears sticking off the side of the box. So this isn't how they come. They do actually come like this because, of course, you don't want to get those all damaged up. So if you do want to display these in the box, this is really fun. There is a piece of tape on the top that you're going to want to cut like this, but let me show you this real quick. We can open up this box here, and we can easily pull out all of the pieces that have all of our accessories here. We can kind of move these out of the way. And then at the very bottom of the box, you can see we've got those ears. And this is really fun. You can see there's the little slits on the sides of the box. So you can kind of just move over the insert there, and we can slide the ears through just like that and kind of fold them forward. And then if you want, like, you can even just put these guys right back inside here. Like, we just slide it right back in the box, just like that. We'll close the flap down like this. And now, look at that. He's got ears. How cool is that? Like, seriously, these boxes are so much fun. I always appreciate a toy company that goes the extra mile to create some really unique packages. Like, there's even feet on the bottom. But, you know, these are some really, really fun, unique packages. So anybody that wants to keep these in the box, like, these display really well. They look really nice. They're really well constructed. I don't know, super fun. And that's not even all. Check this out. So I showed you those pictures on the back of the box. But Lone Coconut, the company behind this line, went as far as to design their own AR app called Calypso with a K. You could get it at the Apple Store or your Google Play Store. And look at this. We can bring the app in, and when we look at the back of the packaging, how amazing is this? Look. We get little animated segments. Look at this. It's something so fun and unique and not something that they had to do at all, but it really just adds to the overall presentation of these guys. I don't know, really, really fun boxes, but we do need to look at the actual figures inside. So let's get them pulled out and we'll get a closer look at the Plunderlings figures within those boxes. All right, we got our Plunderlings outside of the box. Let me start with the scale here so you can see that these guys are right at 4 inches tall. And as you can see, we got all kinds of accessories. I went ahead and just spread everything out here that's within those boxes so you guys can see everything that is included before we really get into it here. The white one really blends in with my backdrop. That's how bright white he is, which is pretty cool looking, but I apologize if it kind of washes him out so you can't really see the details. But let's go ahead and start by looking at the Cursed Idol anyway. We're going to move this other guy out of the way so that we can focus here on this amazing golden Plunderling. I mean, first of all, the paint deco is gorgeous on this guy. Look at that gold. It is so shiny. I am really impressed with like just how shiny that gold is. I love almost like that bronzish, like it's like a reddish color, I guess, that is sort of like brushed into the ears there, like airbrushed in there, where it looks like it's fading into the gold. Got these bright green jewel-like eyes. You can see the same green used on the toenails and the fingernails. The paint deco is beautiful on this guy. Nice and clean and vibrant. I think he looks incredible. Of course, one of the things that really stands out with him is that he's got like this robe on here, definitely looks like royalty, and a lot of his accessories really kind of accentuate that, which we'll get into more in just a second here. But first of all, let's talk about the overall quality and the articulation of this guy, because these feel really, really nicely made. He feels solid, the joints feel good and tight, nothing feels loose, and this is what you can expect with these guys as far as that articulation. The head is ball jointed there, so you can see we can turn the head left and right. It rolls all the way around. Looks really, really nice. You can see that we got those hinge-like ball joints there at the shoulders. The arms can go outwards. They can move forwards and backwards. You can also remove the shoulders right there. You can move the arms at the shoulders. You can see it's just a small peg that plugs in place. I've actually pulled that off once right before we started filming there, but it's not like too loose. You can see it plugs in really nice and tight, but this is by design. They can unplug from there so that it's easier to remove the clothing, which here, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and remove that just so you can get a good look at the body of the figure here. There we go. We get that plugged right back into socket. Boom, just like that. So that's what we look. We got our naked Plunderling now. You can see we got the ball-like joint at the torso there, so it rolls all the way around. You can see ball joints at the thighs there. We do also have a swivel at the thigh. We've got double joints at the knees, and the knees are very tight on these guys. They're kind of like those nice ratchet joints there too, so they kind of click into place. And then the ankles, you can see they move down. They got the little hinges down, forwards, and they rock side to side just like that. So the articulation is a bit tight. You will see there's a little bit of paint rub in the joints there, but the plastic itself is also like molded in the same color as the figure, obviously not as shiny gold as the paint that's used on there. So I've had a little bit of flaking on the joints, but I think that's pretty normal on this sort of thing. Otherwise, he looks great. The articulation functions really good. The balance is awesome on these guys, especially with those feet that can rock kind of side to side there. So you should be able to get some really fun poses out of these guys. And we do have some interchangeable parts as well. So each of the figures comes with 3 different heads, and you can see we got like basically various levels of a smile going on there, which is awesome. So we got just like a regular smile with 2 little teeth poking out. Then we've got like a toothy grin and like an open mouth. I don't know if this is really coming across, but like even the gums on this toothy grin, the gums are like a metallic red. They are like really shiny. They match that red that's inside of the ears there. Man, it just looks really cool on this guy. He also has like pierced ears, which is one of the things I wanted to point out. Like, the ears are different molds on these guys. So even though a lot of parts are shared, they're not 100% exactly the same. It's not like they're just recolored differently. Because you can see like our white one over here even has like these molded pants on. And then he's got just like the very clean ears. Whereas the gold one, he's like totally naked except for this robe. And then he's got like the pierced ears. So I think that looks really cool. So you can pop the heads off the ball joints just like so. And we can swap on a new head in its place. Very easy to do. I didn't have any problems with that whatsoever. And then same with the hands. You can see he comes with open hands, but with a little tug there, we can pop that hand out of socket, and then you've got a pair of gripping hands that we can put on in their place, which is really, really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and put this robe back on this guy as well, and then we can get into the accessories here. So we've got a couple of fun accessories, as I talked about here, for our cursed idol. You know, definitely has a bit of that royalty thing going on, because he's got himself a nice little crown that he can wear. And this is something that is really fun. All of the Plunderlings have magnets embedded inside their heads, which is for all of the different outfits that have hats or anything like that, or in this case, a crown. And as you can see, boom, look at that. that magnet works incredibly well, so it just clings right to his head there. It is really, really awesome. On top of that, we've got ourselves a little golden grail, and then we've got this amazing staff. I mean, look at the details on this thing. That is really, really epic. So very, very cool. So the gripping hand, of course, will work good for holding on to stuff like the staff there. We'll swap out the other gripping hand over here. And then we can put that little grail in his hand too, because I love that accessory. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that. How amazing is this? So one of the other things you're going to find inside those boxes is this little baggie with these hooks here. And this is for any of these guys that have like clothes on, different outfits. You'll notice that there's like these little holes on the sides or even on the back. So these hooks are meant to plug into those little slots right there. The first time you do it, it might be a little hard. In fact, I found it easier to pull this off of the figure. But then you can actually plug that into the back or on the side. And that is meant to holster the various weapons, because then this like little clip right here basically will just clip right around exactly where the figures would hold it. That way you can clip any of the weapons to the side. So that's just a nice little added bonus for any time you want to change up the display on these guys. All right, so feral Zombone here, as I showed you, he is very, very white. I mean, I love the color on this, and it's an amazing contrast, kind of looking at him side by side with the very shiny gold of the cursed idol, and then seeing just like this flat white on here, but it's so vibrant and like a bright, clean white. It's really, really impressive. So the articulation will function the same. I pointed out that he's got like sculpted torn pants. He's got like a sculpted rope going around as a belt on his waist, but he's got some other fun accessories. Of course, you can also do the head swaps on this guy. So yeah, just for fun, let's go ahead and swap on like the open mouth there. But here's one of the accessories I really like for this guy. So he's got this really great kind of skull helmet mask thing that you can put right over his head. Check that out. How cool is that? And then if we want to go ahead and swap out his hand for one of his gripping hands here, he's also got this sweet bone weapon. So he doesn't come with as many fancy accessories as our shiny golden boy over here, but he does have more of kind of like a barbaric look to him with that skull helmet and the bone for a weapon and the torn pants. He is equally as cool, just really feels nice and solid with some super nice articulation. Okay, so aside from all the cool stuff that's within those boxes, there are some fun extras you can pick up, like these little bodies here. Now, what are these? These are pretty amazing, actually. These are called Hatchlings. And basically what we've got going on here are these smaller bodies. So you can see they are smaller in size. In fact, these stand about 2.5 inches, probably about 3 inches once the head is on there. And there's limited articulation. We just have the articulation in the arms there. But the whole purpose of these little bodies here is to give you somewhere to store the extra heads and the extra hands that come packaged with these guys, which basically will create a miniature little Plunderling, a Hatchling. How cool is that? So look at that. We can, store the extra head over there. We can make our little golden Hatchling. We've got the white body here as well to match up with our feral Zombone. Let me go ahead and add some of his parts on, and boom, just like that, I've got 4 figures now. I love this. In fact, I am so blown away by this idea because I always love it when I've got somewhere to put all of the accessories that comes with a figure. And this is genius because I always love interchangeable heads, but sometimes you're left with just like these extra heads laying around, and what do you do with those? Well, this gives you an opportunity to still display those extra heads and basically round out your collection with even more characters. I love it. In addition to that, there are also accessory sets available. Like this one right here is kind of like a pirate themed accessory set, and this one's got like a Viking helmet, a conquistador helmet, and some sword swords and everything. These are fantastic. And of course, these would work with your, your little hatchlings or your full-on ones, but you can add on, like, look, we got the little bandana there, and then here's the pirate hat, which has like that same little magnet in it. Or look, I love this. You can even add the pirate hat on top of the bandana, and it still works. Like, the magnet still clings just fine, and it kind of adds to that overall look. But there are some really fun little extra accessories here. Like, I love these little wooden, like, ale mugs. And then you got, like, the shield where, like, there's a big bite taken out of it. These are super fun. They're like little pistols, like wooden pistols, but the front of them are slingshots. I mean, there's some seriously amazing stuff going on in here, which really allows you to kind of build these out even more and create some fun, different types of characters on your shelf. So there you guys go. There is my look at the Plunderlings. These are, quite frankly, amazing. I mean, they are just so much fun, and I'm kind of blown away with just how fun it is just to play around with these guys. They feel really good in your hands. They look awesome. They're just so fun. Like, the designs are so fun. All of the added accessories are a really cool little bonus that allows you to mix and match parts and create your own unique Plunderlings, and I think that really adds to the overall play value with these. So like I mentioned, these were a Kickstarter, and some of them did become available for sale on Big Bad Toy Store, but they sold out rather quickly. So as of right now, these are out of stock. However, some of the accessory sets and the hatchlings that I showed you will be available at plunderlings.com. Otherwise, I would definitely stay tuned to the Plunderlings Instagram account so you can be updated on when these will be available for purchase again, because these are an incredible amount of fun. I definitely think you guys are going to dig these. I got to give a very special thanks to the folks over at the Plunderlings team for allowing me to take a look at these on camera. I think these are fantastic. I always love checking out some of these new indie toy lines like this, and this one is one of the coolest I've had in quite some time. I think these are fantastic. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, my friends.